The concept I'm going to talk about today is extremely effective when you actually put it into practice, because it completely changes how you see the game, especially compared to some common belief about what it means to play well. Let me explain. A lot of people will tell you that age matters when it comes to execution speed, based on reaction time, and that's as time goes on, a competitive esport player's abilities inevitably decline. I believe this is a misconception what that many players accept without questioning it, because in practice, reaction times is actually a false problem. Why? Because experience allows you to learn and recognize a massive amount of in-game information, and that's what truly highlights what we call anticipation. And that's where the real difference is made. A player who can anticipate what an opponent is about to do because they've already lived through the same types of situations many times, has a much higher chance of succeeding and countering that action, compared to a player who lacks that experience and is therefore forced to react only after the opponent has already committed. This example alone is enough to show that raw reaction time isn't what truly matters. Anticipation is defined as the ability to predict what's going to happen before it actually happens by using informations, patterns, and above all, experience. And in Dota 2, we are lucky because patterns repeat themselves constantly. For example, when the enemy mid suddenly disappear from their lane, you can anticipate a gank. You can adjust your positioning, activate defensive items, and prepare your spells before the mid even shows up. Anticipation isn't guessing. It's reading the game and preparing yourself before the action takes place. The better you anticipate, the easier it becomes to deal with ganks, manage teamfights, use spells at the right moment, and secure objectives safely without taking unnecessary risk. On the other hand, failing to anticipate increases your chance of getting ganked. You end up wasting spells and items by reacting too late, and you lose a valuable time for your team. So here's an exercise I recommend you apply in your next games. First, observe rotations, farming habits, and item timings. Then start predicting objective timings. When Roshan will respawn, rune timings, cooldowns, and ultimates on the enemy team. Don't hesitate to ping the in-game clock every time you see an enemy's ultimate with a long cooldown being used. This allows you to quickly calculate when it will be available again. Build this habit, and you've developed skills that are far more powerful and impactful than simply trying to improve your raw reaction time. The real difference between an average player and high-level player isn't mechanical skill. It's the ability to predict the enemy next move. So gather as much experience as possible from every detail in your future games. Challenge yourself to predict enemy ultimates cooldown. Not only will you improve faster, you also enjoy the game a lot more.